Let's go.
All right, guys, welcome back to another episode of Mental Theater. We have Tony Stark Jr. in the building, Mr. Avenger himself. You about to be the Tony Stark Sr. soon.
Maybe. I had somebody hit me up and asked me about that because you said Tony Stark Jr. and when I was streaming for Stadia Source, and they was like Tony Stark Jr. and I was like, yeah, my boy Josh, that's what he called me. You've been calling me that since day one.
Yeah, right. And matter of fact, let's start with that.
Thanks, man. I appreciate that.
So yeah, the game has officially launched, and this is walk through it and everything with Stadia Source as well, please.
Yeah, so this is really a cool time in my life. I've been a big fan into tech. As you see, I'm wearing my phone around my neck, and mind you, it's the Galaxy Fold, so it's the folding phone. But I've been a fan of Google Stadia, which is playing video games from the cloud. And so the Marvel game just looked awesome. I was really into it when they showed it 3 years ago. 2 years later, a year later, they showed the gameplay. It looks awesome. Anyway, I created that, as you guys see, Stadia Avengers for people who will get the game on Google Stadia. So there was a guy from Stadia Source, which is literally the #1 news source for Stadia. So their website, they're #1 in news. Well, what they're trying to do is become bigger on YouTube. They want their YouTube channel to be taken serious. So what they did was they hired, I don't want to use the word hired because I'm not getting paid yet, right? So what term would I use, Josh?
Collaborated, right?
Okay, so they decided to collaborate with, thank you. They decided to collaborate with some people who do YouTube, who stream or do YouTube videos about Stadia. So a guy put a post up, I seen it, I inboxed him, say, hey, what do what's going on? He sent me this 10-paragraph thing saying, hey, we're trying to collaborate with YouTubers about Stadia. Let me know if you're interested. If you are, you have to submit a video which you do in the news, a video which you commentate in, a video which you have pre-recorded video of gameplay, live gameplay, and all this other stuff. So me, because I've been streaming forever or doing videos, I had so much content I sent to them. And then they said, hey, we like you. We'd like to set an appointment with you, do like a little Zoom thing, a meeting with you and ask you questions, see if you're a fit. So I did my meeting. And at first I was like, I don't know if I should wear my cowboy hat because it's like my thing or not, right? It's like my when I game, I wear my cowboy hat. So I figured, you know what, I'm gonna go with it. I'm just gonna wear it. So when I wore it, the guy was talking to me. He didn't say nothing at first, and I said, so how is it? Like, what do we do? He said, well, this is what happened. You'll actually stream on our channel. You could be yourself, whatever name you want to call yourself. And I said, okay, cool. I'll still call myself All Purpose Chance. I said, could I wear the cowboy hat? He said, to be honest with you, when I showed your videos to the people to prove it, they said, listen, if dude wear the cowboy hat, we want them. And I was like, that was cool. So he was like, yeah, we want you to still be your personality and everything. And it's been pretty cool. I did my very first stream for them on Friday night. I streamed Hello Neighbor, which looks like a kid's game, but it's like a horror game. You're this kid and you see, as you're kicking your ball down the street, you hear this scream and you look and you can see through somebody's window that they look like a lady or a kid or something, and lock them up. So you decide, you walk up to the house, you're looking in, and pretty much it's you trying to figure out how to break into this guy's house and find out who's in the house. And it's kind of crazy because every so often, like, you'll take something and throw through the window and make noise and run around the back. So now he run to the window and you figure out, how do I climb in and sneak in? There's doors that's locked. How do you unlock the doors? And then all of a sudden you'll turn it, the screen start making a funny noise and the controller shaking, and you turn to look and he's right behind you and he grab you. And it's like, oh my God. And I'm one of those people where I'm real squeamish. I scream and I jump.
You definitely jump.
You know me, man. So when they had behind the scenes, they have like an app that we're in. They're talking about the editorial side of it and who's going to stream and this and that. And what makes me feel cool is they only got 3 streamers. So out of all the people, they chose 3 people and they just added this girl. So now it's only 4 people streaming for them that they got like freelance people that they collaborate with. So that it's a big deal for me. So and I was already a fan of their work. So for me, I'm like it's kind of cool. Anyway, so yeah, I've been streaming for them. Avengers is my thing. And I was going back and forth because one guy already said he was going to stream it. But I'm like, dude, I already got a channel that I created. I got a Facebook page called Stadia Avengers. In like 2 weeks, I got like 60 something people. I started a Discord where people are chatting all the time. So like, I'm like, got so much behind me that they was like, well, you know what? Listen, you can stream whatever you want with Avengers. So my first Avengers stream was yesterday, and it was cool. Like I had a guy that was like, dude, I'm watching you because I like your style. Like a bunch of people are subscribing. And then after that, their goal was to get to 1,000 subscribers. And I told the guy, I said, listen, I'm a hustler, man. I'm helping you get there. He's like, oh, we'll probably get there in about 3 weeks. I said, no, watch this. So I literally text so many people I knew. I was like, listen, just do me a favor and subscribe. And at the time, it was at 969. And within less than an hour, I got, and I appreciate it because you guys subscribe too, I got them to their 1,000 in less than an hour. I got them 31 people and counting. To earlier today, they was at like 1,010 or something, still going up. So that's cool. So anyway, I thank you for spotlighting that. So guys, if you're watching and you're into gaming, and even if you don't play it on Google Stadia, it's still the same game. So people could still check out the channel just for news and information on the game because essentially it's the same game. It's just on different platforms. So I appreciate you, letting me spotlight that again.
Absolutely. And I had a question for you. Were you able to Google a solution to start from the beginning?
No. As of right now, you cannot do that. So, okay. My wife is leaving me. So you can't right now. So I just decided on my channel, I'm just going to keep playing through it and stream the whole game on my channel. And like they made me thumbnails like episode 1, 2, and 3. And it's cool because you have to say, hey, I want to stream this game. And then they have to say, does anybody else want to stream it? And no one does. Then they let you stream it because remember, only one person can stream on the channel at one time. So it's kind of cool behind the scenes. Like when you see somebody streaming now and it's like, I know like, oh, my slot's coming up in a couple hours or whatever. And then they have to create your thumbnail for you to use. Well, they created ones for me to do the story. But I figure, you know what, I'm just going to beat the story because again, I'm a fan. I want to play the game. So I'm not delaying myself to play the game. So I'll stream it on my channel. Again, my channel, like I love what I'm doing with them. But again, I'm my own solo person. So I want to help them. And again, I just help them with 30 plus people. But I also, want one hand help the other. So, as people who don't know me, who watch them, recognize me, maybe the hope is they'll follow me on all my projects I do as well. So, yeah, to answer your question, as of right now, you can't. There's no other game save. So I'll just be playing it on my channel and not their channel.
Okay.
But I'll do multiplayer on their channel,
Oh yeah, that multiplayer is pretty cool.
Yeah. Now you said yours should arrive tomorrow, right?
Yeah, Amazon. Cool. So still got it for PS4. I'm
okay.
curious to see how it'll look on the PS5. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. Well, I'm assuming it's gonna look similar. But I'm assuming the PS5 is gonna look better because with technology. So when Stadia came out, obviously it was way later than PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One, right? So if you just, again, we shouldn't do this, but if you judge graphics by teraflops, like the PS4 and Xbox One is like 4 teraflops. The Xbox Series X is 12. The PlayStation 5 is 10.28. But even Stadia came out, again, years later, Stadia is 10.60 something. So it is more teraflops than the PS5. So, but I think it's going to be called Generation 2. So right now there's no talks of when. So obviously the PlayStation 5 version is going to look better. You know what I'm saying? It's going to definitely look better. And plus, PlayStation put it out a while ago that anybody who bought the Marvel Avengers game for PS4, you're going to get a free upgrade on the PS5. So you won't have to buy the game again.
I saw that. I saw that EA Sports did that with FIFA as well, which is interesting.
Yeah, that's cool. And then think about, I'm not gonna lie to you. When I created the Stadia channel, Stadia Avengers channel, like 2 days later, they announced Spider-Man only for PS4. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm saying this. if they announced that before, I'd be like, never mind. I'm not a big Spider-Man fan, but that's what was Spider-Man is a huge character. And so to be able to have Spider-Man would have been huge. And that literally would have stopped me from making this channel. But maybe in hindsight, it's cool I did because of what's happening and me blowing up. You know, it's pretty cool. So, and we'll see where it goes. I mean, I'm a small guy, YouTuber, but again, like yourself, I plan on it. You know, this isn't here for me, you know. And again, I like to give credit where credit's due. I have to say, until I met Josh, so I said this many a times, but it's on wax. Until I met Josh, this was just a hobby of mine. And when I met Josh, I saw all the different things you was doing, and even your level of the care, the microphone you use and stuff you use. And I thought to myself, if he could do that, maybe I want to be like him and just not be a hobby and to be something. So I always say I met this guy Josh, and it made me want to make this not a hobby. And also, when I started doing this, I said, oh, I'm not going to get into it being crazy. I'm just simply going to play video games. Now I got a backdrop. I got a bunch of backdrops to order. I'm using the light, and I'm making a review on it, but the light I'm using right now. So, Josh, you see what you're doing to my life?
And let's not forget the Stadia Avengers podcast as well, right?
That is true. And also, my friends, when I start doing the Mighty Jade Empire podcast, I got the idea from you. So I went to them and said, look, I started doing a podcast with this guy. Guys, I think we could do a podcast. And let's not forget, which I'm gonna have to return it, Josh. And I should have asked you about it first. But this
excuse me.
You disconnected your mic, Tony. Is that the Logitech?
Yeah, this is Logitech. It's really good, but here's the problem. It's really, I mean, it's way better than the one I'm using now. Like it won't fall off like the one like when I just bumped into it. But I didn't realize it's wide angle, and when I use it, it shows like right now this is perfect. Like it cuts off. It shows it goes way further. Like my backdrop is 10 feet wide, right? But the backdrop poles is 10 feet. The backdrop itself is like 5 by 7, right? So Logitech camera goes past 10 feet. Like I even pulled the laptop up real close to me. It still shows everything. So for me, it's not going to work. And I don't know how to fix it either. But for some reason, it don't look that great either. Like so, I got it's 1080p, 60 frames per second, and it's 60 hertz. But I don't know what tweaking I got to do. But it doesn't look like it looks. You know, it looks super sharp, as if somebody turned a sharper. Like it's real sharp. It's too sharp, and you could twist it and turn it down. But then I feel like it goes too low, where it's like blurry kind of. So I'm sure I could figure it out, but the wide angle is just not gonna work for me. Anyway, but because of you, it's little stuff like that. I'm like, you know, it's cool. Like I give credit's due, and I love seeing you do innovations, you getting new stuff, and it made me say, you know what? If this is not a hobby anymore, right? Then you want to spend money, you want to take it a little more serious, you want to upgrade. But if it's a hobby, then you know, then it is what it is. So
right. And I guess my philosophy is if it's a hobby, you're already passionate about it. And I'm just saying, why not, you know, add an element where you could possibly earn income from it? And it's a hobby, you know?
No, you're right. And then I'll ask your technical side, probably off screen. But now that I got the new laptop, I could do, you know, green screen and all that. But for some reason, you know how they have exactly, you know how they had in Zoom, they have where you could it had those pre-made backdrops. Well, I don't know why, but they're not there for me. Like it's empty in my Zoom. Like when I was doing it earlier, testing the cameras, I'm like, yo, where's the cool backdrops that used to be there? It's like, I don't know, because I downloaded Zoom for this. Like I had to install Zoom just today on this thing, and it's like empty. I'm like, yo, where are they?
I mean, I'll send you the link again because you can always get the Marvel ones, which are way better anyway.
Gotcha.
Yeah. I mean,
now, are you using green screen or are you using their made up thing?
Oh no, this is a green screen, and I actually got this backdrop, the ancestral plane in Black Panther, like literally 10 minutes ago.
Nice. Yeah, I knew it was from Black Panther. Yeah.
Haha. And then we also got this one from Endgame right here.
Nice.
And then this one from Infinity War. Doctor Strange. So yeah, you can whatever you find online, you could definitely do it.
Yeah, so you just download it and then you'll have it and then switch to it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah.
Got Thor and Ragnarok here.
My friend just sent me oh wow, that's cool right there.
Mm-hmm.
My friend sent me a thing where you could download transitions, and it was Avengers transitions. So like he was like, dude, you should use it for your channel. So like let's say when it says coming in, coming soon or whatever, you could have like Thor holding like the hammer and stuff. It looks dope. I gotta show it to you.
Well, I definitely want some of that.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks really good. So.
Word. So staying in the MCU,
Yep.
How do you feel about Robert Downey Jr. officially saying that he's officially out of the MCU? Do you actually believe him? Because I'm not gonna lie, I don't.
I don't either. I feel like he doesn't even have to do much, right? So it's like okay, well, let me start over. Well, first of all, if obviously it's not a spoiler, or it is, but if he's dead, right? He died. So we all should know that by now, right? So the question is, what would he be doing if he's supposed to be dead, right? So I could see him saying, well, maybe, because you know what I don't like? I don't like when it's like a ghost and like they keep people in a show just because that person's a ghost. I'm not a big fan of that. So if that's what they only want to keep him for, then I'm okay if he's done, right? Because we got a good ending for him dying, right? But if they could find a way to make him in it, or like flashbacks maybe, then yeah, I want to see him.
Absolutely. I definitely see flashbacks, but it is Tony Stark Sr., right? So he has the hologram tech. So he can always have different scenes just as a hologram.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right. And that would be worthy. Like I'll go with that. Like he could have made so many different things. Or he could have Sandy and I, my wife and I, we got a show called the Sandy Anthony Show, as you know. And a couple weeks ago, I had we every now and then we do like a future topic. And I was like, what if you could die, but you had a computer that was simulating or that compiled your likeness, your personality, and everything you would say. And so therefore you were no longer like you died, but you had like it was in a robot. Well, let's just talk hologram. So imagine if the hologram, he's playing as a hologram, so it's still him, but it would literally answer questions and say everything he would say. So theoretically, he could still be in the movie, but he is dead, but he's still nonetheless around. That would be cool.
And Chloe, what do you think from a marketing branding aspect? Do you think Iron Man should stay dead, or should they have him for little cameos here and there?
Honestly, like, do any of the superheroes ever stay dead?
That's what we're saying, right? Like
they don't. So I mean, and then yeah, they're gonna bring him back. Because didn't Superman die? Didn't everybody die? Like if Superman could die, like, and he had.
Well, I think the Superman thing, they knew it was like it was a given that he was, because the comic book was called Death and Return of Superman. So in the comic book, he died, but he came back, right? So that was like a given. So we knew Superman was coming back, but this is deep because his character is gone, and it's like, okay, if we want to take his death serious with Endgame, right, to snap, then should he come back somehow? Because then technically that wouldn't be right for everybody else who disappeared, right?
Absolutely. And I do think for sure he's going to make an appearance, even if, just by his voice and the What If series, since it's going to be animation, he's definitely going to be in there.
Do they have prequels?
For
anything? Like, can they do a prequel for the beginning? Like, there's always room for a prequel.
I mean, I'm sure he's going to be in the Black Widow movie. I'm sure maybe a cameo or two, because this is what, before Infinity War.
Right. Oh, I guess I'm messing myself up because they reversed the snap, right? So that was the whole thing. The snap did reverse. So technically he came back, but he died regular death.
But he's he's actually doesn't have any power. So unless he goes to Wakanda and gets the flower. Oh
yeah, Josh, he doesn't have flowers either.
You can see the
right, because it's
the background. Oh, that's kind of cool.
That is pretty cool.
That is pretty cool.
But yeah. So again, we'll see. I think they're trying to put people off because this is Disney, this is Marvel, this is what they like to do. They don't like to show everything up their sleeve, which I appreciate as a fan, because they keep things under wraps so there's no spoilers, which is pretty cool.
Wait, what was his reasoning?
Yeah, what was his reasoning?
Well, I mean, because everyone keeps asking him this. So this is while he's on his press tour, like, hey, I'm out the MCU, just being very finite about it. Like that, I mean, that's it. I'm on to the next chapter. But it's still kind of in his contract that ended that he could always come back in a cameo way type of thing.
Right.
So the door is always open. It's just up to him if he steps through.
Well, they gotta write that check, right?
It's not going to be as sizable as it was before, though.
Yeah, I think what's hard is that they did such a good job with casting different characters in phase one, right? Mm-hmm. And so as we go into these new characters, like, especially they're going to start using more characters that wasn't as popular and try to make them popular, which they have done a great job. Like, look at the Guardians of the Galaxy, right? I don't think any of us probably even heard who they was, right? So, but I think what's going to be hard is when you get rid of these prominent characters, because eventually, like Iron Man, if you don't want to be Iron Man anymore, right? So we're always going to want Iron Man. So are they going to go hard on War Machine? And then Captain America, eventually Chris Evans is going to get to the point where he doesn't want to do it either. So, like, are we going to just have, like, maybe Bucky is going to be, wait. We already got rid of it. They're already done with Captain America. I forgot. My bad. Yeah.
Falcon. So he has a shield now.
Right. He has a shield now. So I guess they could do that. Keep kind of putting the mantle over to someone else, or then they have to get rid of these characters altogether until, I don't know how many years from now. Maybe this is a good question for you guys, but how long do you think until they reboot the MCU?
Oh,
like, would they ever?
I don't know. I feel like where they're going now, they're going to stretch it out for at least another 5 to 10 years.
Right.
Then maybe from then they might have a break of about maybe 10 to 20.
Right. Yeah. So we're talking long term.
I think when they reboot, it'll probably be like them before they realize their superpowers. That'll be kind of cool. Like seeing it, like we saw the young Spider-Man, but I never seen the young. Well, yeah, I saw the young Superman, but like all the other characters,
we saw Cap before his powers.
What about the Hulk?
Right.
He was like a kid, like teenage or like middle school.
You said a Hulk?
Like all the Batman. Well, we saw flashes of Batman, but there's so many storylines.
Yeah. Well, and I think now we're about to kind of see a little bit more of Black Widow, right? They're going to go a little bit into her story of before,
So my theory is I think that they're going to, when they reboot, they're going to go backwards. It's going to be the young version of like who we know as the characters now, because then they can have like kids playing it and grow up with them.
What's hard is if Josh is correct, so we're talking maybe 20, 30 years out, right? So we don't know what the trend is going to be then, right? So we know what's marketable now, and they've been doing things that work, so they've been sticking to it. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe in 20 years, all the movies will be like the teenage version. You know how they come out with the Teen Titans and stuff like that, but that's a cartoon. Maybe in 20 years from now, everything will have like a teen live action movie.
And then they could keep the teens on, because then they're going to grow up into
Harry Potter style. Absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah.
So yeah, that'll be interesting to see. And Tony Stark Jr., by any chance, did you get a chance to finish Mandalorian?
I did not, but I did. I still got only 2 episodes left, but I did last night watch all 3 episodes of The Boys season 2.
Nice. So we'll probably do that at some point.
Right.
And yeah, I'm very excited about that. And the only reason why I asked about The Mandalorian is because its official air date is October 30th.
30th, right? Yeah, I did see that.
Right before Halloween.
Right.
So trying to get that money. Trying to get the it's gonna be so many baby Yodas. The kids running around here in little costumes.
That's a cool little costume.
You can get grandkids up like
right.
How old are your grandkids?
I have one.
Trying to play him. Oh,
yeah, like come on, she's trying to my granddaughter's 3. She's so cute.
Oh, you should dress her up like Baby Yoda.
Yeah. That would be kind of crazy, but
y'all could do like a whole Mandalorian thing.
Well, here's the thing. I'm sure her mom would do something with her, but I do want to I am going to have a new series, so it's kind of cool. When I come up with these series, I write them down, and it's because I told my daughter, like, when she turns 3, I'll be more into picking her up. Well, she needs to get to the pot. She isn't pottying yet, but I'm not into babies. But I always said when she turned 3, I'm gonna get her more. I'm gonna be taking her for ice cream, so she know when I show up. Oh, and now she actually called me G Pop, because before she called me Pop Pop, so now she's know to say it's G Pop. But be on the lookout. And I actually got footage of something I never put out, so it'll be the first episode. But it's gonna be the Adventures of Avery and G-Pop.
That's gonna be
I'm
lit.
gonna start making series whenever I pick her up and stuff, and it's gonna be her and I. Maybe Avery and G-Pop go to the park or whatever. But I literally filmed me taking her for Christmas to Build-A-Bear, because when her mom was young, that was our special thing. Even my because she was the youngest of my 3 kids until my daughter came like years later. So my oldest 2 always said like, "Oh, you always took her to Build-A-Bear." I'm like, I mean, you guys are a little too old for Build-A-Bear. So anyway, it was cool that my daughter, who I always took to Build-A-Bear, I got to take her daughter to Build-A-Bear. So we did that for Christmas, and I got it. I just never made it into a video. So that would be the first episode of the Adventures of Avery and G-Pop.
That's gonna be fun.
Very nice.
Make sure you get a Baby Yoda cameo in there.
A Baby Yoda cameo. I probably did. I mean, they had Build-A-Bear Baby Yoda, so when I was there.
Absolutely. And by any chance, Tony, are you interested in watching the Mulan live action at all?
No, you know what? I didn't even see the cartoon. So I'm not, but it does look kind of cool though. Like the live action looks like Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon without the superpowers.
Mm-hmm.
You know? Which is kind of cool.
From my recollection of the animated version, it was kind of funny. There were like comical scenes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I don't know. I mean, I'll watch it if there's nothing else to do. It's coming out on Disney Plus.
It's already out.
Yeah.
And I have a Disney Plus account, so
Yeah,
Now,
Friday.
I thought I seen something. That said like, I might be messing this up, so help me out. I thought I seen something said like something like it did well for being a non-musical. So was the original a musical?
It was.
yes,
Okay, yeah. That's what I seen. Yeah.
Disney.
Definitely.
Okay.
Oh wow,
They-
so it's probably gonna be good then.
Yeah, it looked like it's just gonna be legit. Like, could be like a straight action movie with drama and a really good story.
It definitely has drama in it, and it's interesting. I mean, thinking about it from what I can remember, she was a girl and she wanted to be a warrior, so she had to disguise herself as a boy.
Oh, cool.
It's I wonder what the take is gonna be in 2020 on this.
You know what I did when Beauty and the Beast came out, because that's my favorite Disney cartoon.
Mhm.
I actually watched the animated movie and then went right to the movies to see it. So like I got to see the contrast. And the funny thing is, my wife and I watched it. I liked the live action better, and she liked the cartoon better. So yeah, I think we talked about this before. Maybe I should do that with Mulan. Now Chloe kind of got me a little like more interested in it, because you were saying like, oh, it's drama and just a little story of her acting like she was a boy and stuff. I'm like, it kind of piqued my interest a little bit.
It's cool from what I can remember. I mean, I haven't seen it in years. I saw it when it first came out, but it's like a woman theme, like
right,
not feminist, but like just showing women that you can do anything, like little girl.
Right.
You don't have to be a princess. You can be a warrior and still be like.
Got you. Yeah, because they're always like prince. So she wasn't a princess at all?
She was a princess.
Okay.
I remember, don't quote me on that. She was a girly girl, and they told her she couldn't be a warrior. And then like, no, but she was really good at fighting. And then she had to disguise herself.
Yeah, I think she's from the actually a working class family. And you know how in Asian culture, it's all about honor in the family. So for her to, want to be a warrior, even though she is talented, kind of like how Arya was, right? It was just looked down upon in that time period.
But they called her a princess growing up, Princess Mulan. Maybe she turned into a princess. I don't remember.
Because it looks like from the trailer of the live action, she's from a working class family.
I think at the end she turns into a princess, because she was one of the Disney princesses.
Oh, okay. And maybe she married the prince after a while.
I know, right? She turned it. Yes, there was some love in there. So I think that is what happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think she turned into a princess. Warrior princess.
Xena.
Yo, Xena needs to be lit. We need to. They need to have that. And Hercules.
Well, the girl, who reminds me of Xena so much? She looked like she could be a young version of her. The girl who plays like the Wonder Woman type character in the Boys. That lady from In the Boys, she's like, she kind of looks like Xena.
Yeah, she actually does
a little
like
bit.
Lawless, absolutely.
Yeah, she does. Yeah, that dark hair and stuff.
Auburn.
without giving any spoilers, what do you think? Without giving any spoilers.
Yeah, honestly, I don't like spoilers. I don't like ruining stuff for people. So yeah, go ahead.
Do you think the Boys second season's on par or below or above the first season so far?
I think it's hard to give a lot of credit to a part 2 sometimes because you lose the initial shock value. You already know what it's about, right? So you're just hoping the way it ended, it starts as good as where it left off. Mm-hmm. So I think nothing prepared me because you've seen the first one, obviously, right? Uh-huh. So when dude ran and smashed through his girlfriend and he was holding her hands, that still is in my mind, like, whoa. So just, I'm gonna say, from watching all 3 episodes, it is almost on par.
Okay.
I guess I'll know once I see all the other, once I'll be able to compare season to season.
Okay, that's fair.
And I'll say that. That's it.
Cool. I like that. Okay.
Yeah, I don't like giving spoilers. I don't even like when I'll have a friend of mine's Avengers game, right? I barely played it, right? So I'm trying to get into it. And he was on the phone with me last night. He was like, I'm not gonna ruin it, but I gotta tell you this part. Like, I just said, like, so I'm literally listening to him and not paying attention. Like, I just toned him out. So I don't even know what he said. He was like, oh well, but you gotta know this part before you go into it. Like, why do you need to tell me? I'm gonna experience it just like you did. Nobody told you, right? So I don't like that. Like when movies come out, don't tell me nothing. I don't want to ruin it for you. I don't want to be the person to ruin it. So
I'm on par with you with that because I don't even watch movie trailers.
Right.
Because I realize that sometimes the trailer is the whole movie.
Well, here's
the point. Like when we went to go see Shazam, I never even watched the trailer.
That's cool. Yeah. I think what's really cool is when you get to see a movie that you never seen a trailer. I am a huge trailer fan, but to your point, I think that's one of the trailer is the number one of the huge reasons why Batman v Superman didn't succeed, right? So here, for instance, right, I always mention this: Batman v Superman. When you first heard about it, you thought like, oh, one of them is going to be the bad guy, one is going to be a good guy because they're fighting each other, or a situation is going to make one seem bad and one seem good. Then they show in the trailer it got Wonder Woman. You're like, oh snap, Wonder Woman's in it. Then they show they got Doomsday. Now, for me, Doomsday is like the dude who killed Superman in the comic books, right? So you're like, oh, so for me, I feel like, why did you show that Doomsday and Wonder Woman was in the movie? You should have either showed only Wonder Woman, so you would have been like, okay, maybe she's going to be the reason to stop one of them from being the bat, because you obviously Batman v Superman, right? So maybe she's going to be the person to help calm one of them down and whatever. But then you show Doomsday, so it's like, okay, then maybe they shouldn't have showed Wonder Woman, only showed Doomsday, so now you know who's the main bad guy. But I feel like you should have let people think Batman or Superman was the main bad guy, never show Doomsday, but you know Wonder Woman's in it, so now you're going to get people to watch it because Wonder Woman, and then find out, like, Doomsday, because imagine the word of mouth. If you went to tell people, like, bro, you got to see it. You're not going to believe who was in it. Who was in it? I can't tell you, but you got to see it for yourself. And then you find out, what? Doomsday? I mean, they didn't do the greatest job in Doomsday, but either way, it was Doomsday for me is such a big deal. So I feel like, again, to your point, if I never seen that trailer, it would have been so much more. But literally, you knew the whole story. They showed too much in that trailer. Mm-hmm. Like, I knew the whole plot. Wonder Woman's going to come in it. She's going to be the one that kind of help patch them together. Then they got to team up and go against Doomsday. And everything I thought, I sat in the theater and pretty much seen. You know, so you got a great point with the trailer. You know,
that's interesting because for the movies I actually want to see, which is only like on one hand for me, right? Mm-hmm. The trailers serve as like the elixir to get me more excited to go.
Right.
And I think one of the best franchises that have great trailers is James Bond, and they just relaunched I think the second one. So I'm still curious about how this one is going to be, and I'm excited to see it. So has anyone else seen it?
Nope.
No, I haven't seen it.
Just go into the movie and watch it like, oh, snap. Which movie did I see? The Joker. I didn't even see the trailer for the Joker.
Okay.
which was weird because I'm used to the other Joker, like the blowing stuff up.
Yeah. And
I didn't realize it was a drama, and I was like, oh snap.
Yeah, that was pretty cool the way they did it. I'm trying to think. It was something me and Mike reviewed, and I didn't see the trailer either. And I had no clue what type of movie it is. I'm trying to see if I could pull it up really fast. Let me just look at videos.
Wasn't the one with what's the name? Hemsworth?
Oh, Extraction. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Thank you, Josh. Yeah, see? Yeah, I had never seen the trailer, and I went into it like, I don't know what this is gonna be about. I just know, Mike wanted me to watch it, he wanted to review it. And it was pretty cool. So yeah. But I am a trailer fan. Like, I'm the person, I'll sit down and watch. Like, I get mad if I get to the movies and I miss the trailers. Really? I like it psyching me up, getting me ready for what's to come. I just think movie companies need to do a better job at trailers. That's all. Some of them are excellent. Like he said, James Bond, you get an idea of who's the bad guy. You get an idea of who's the girl in the movie. You get an idea of a car chase, and then you got to fill in the blanks by seeing the movies.
See, James Bond is made for trailers.
Exactly.
They have all the new technology, the best cars, the best weapons, the special effects. Like, I love.
What you know about James Bond?
I played 007 when it was on
N64.
Yeah, and I beat.
Yeah, that would go down as one of the greatest games in history.
I be knowing.
Hey, without that game, there would be no Halo. So,
and I'm saying, like, certain movies, like Avatar, obviously, I want to see the trailer because it's a 3-hour movie or whatever. Or like Harry Potter, definitely want to see the trailer for Harry Potter because it's one of those movies where you're not going to get the whole storyline. But like comedies, romantic comedies, and I need some romantic comedies, but I don't watch. Yes, Comrade.
Hey Josh, I'm a rom-com guy too, man.
So is Big Mike. So maybe y'all three can go together, and I'll be playing Avengers.
Yeah, right. Listen, man, we got to boycott, not boycott, but we got to sorry, wrong word. We got to get a petition that they start doing cross-play, because it would be cool that if we got the chance to play together.
Oh, multiplayer? Like
yeah, but like meaning that both platforms could play with each other. Like, because they're coming out with games where Xbox and PlayStation people are playing with each other.
That's definitely not going to happen, especially
too much money.
Especially what you said, Tony, how Xbox trying to get the subscription package. That would.
You're right.
Yeah.
You're right. Yeah.
It's like the Bloods and the Crips playing separate.
Yeah, right. Well, look at Fortnite though. So that's why even though people don't. Well, you said your nephew plays Fortnite. Even though people don't like, adults don't really like Fortnite, but I still give it credit as like this like the Epic, the company that makes Fortnite. They're like the smartest, most brilliant. So every 3 months they do seasons. Every 3 months they switch the whole game up, right? Literally, you can play. Everybody can play together in Fortnite. I could be on my phone, on a Galaxy phone. Somebody could be on. Well, I think they just recently banned iPhones from playing Fortnite, which is this crazy thing that's going on. Yeah, this happened like 2 weeks ago.
Money or something. Probably had a.
Yeah, because iPhones, what happened was they put out a way that people could pay for the game. No, not iPhones. Apple banned Epic from putting Fortnite on iOS because Epic was dirty. So if you put a game out on Apple, they want 30%, right? So they want 30% of the profit. So what happens is in that game, the game's free, but kids pay for costumes and outfits, right? Which I think is fair, right? You pay for the costumes, outfit, but the game's free, right? Same thing with the Avengers. Like the game costs money, but they're always going to give you DLC. Like when Black Panther come out, that's going to be free. But if you choose to pay money for an outfit, then that's on you. Well, anyway, Epic they put out an update that allowed people to buy stuff through and bypass Apple. So Apple didn't make them. When Apple found out, they said nope, they can't. They blocked them. So it's a big thing that's happening right now. So anyway, but Epic, before that happened, you could have an iPhone, you could be on computer, you could be on PlayStation, you could be on Xbox, you could be on Android phone, and we could all play the game together. It was the most amazing, groundbreaking thing in video games in the last, I don't know.
Money. Those Fortnite costumes are expensive. It's like
man.
costume. And the thing is, when you're in that community, you have to get the skins.
Oh yeah,
or people think you suck.
I went to my grandma's house, and my nephew was like, "Oh, what skins you got?" Like, because he had the John Wick skin at the time. He was like, "Oh, I'm better than you." I'm like, just like Chloe said, I'm thinking like, you do realize because you got an outfit don't make you better than me. What are you talking about? It's like
have to get certain points to even get to purchase the outfit.
Right, like they get shunned from their friends for not having outfits. You don't have no skins. Like it's like man.
It's a whole people.
Yeah, you get like bullied if you don't have Fortnite skins.
Yeah.
We'll see if that's the case with the Marvel Avengers outfits and costumes, right?
Yeah, it's about to Fortnite.
Yeah, but I feel like the demographics is a little more older, whereas Fortnite is a little younger, and we're adults. We're like I played Destiny for 5.5 years. I never once spent a dime on an outfit. I could care less, but I paid money for DLC, right? So now Avengers is better to me. The Avengers said, we're going to give you free DLC. You just got to pay for outfits. You ain't getting my money. I mean, you might get my money. You might have some real cool. Listen, I'm a Hulk fan.
And they're going to come out with like a Superman. DC?
No. Yeah. Well, yeah, he's DC. Sorry. Yeah, you got it right.
They're going to have like a all camo Superman suit that you can only get when you get to level 500.
Well, it would be an Iron Man probably.
Yeah.
Iron Man,
or Cap, probably Cap.
Watch, they're going to do it for all of them. They're going to get that money.
Yeah. Josh, wait till you get it. You'll see the battle pass. When you click on the battle pass, it looks just like Fortnite battle pass. As you play the game, you level up and you unlock stuff at this level of the battle pass, that level. But you could spend real money if you didn't feel like it, and it bypass it and give you everything. So some people are going to spend that money, some people aren't. Like I'm a Hulk fan, so I already seen it.
Okay. In Fortnite, some of them you can't bypass it.
Mm-hmm.
You have to level up. So people, what they do is, what you guys can also do is a way to make money is play your Avengers. I mean, play the game, level all the way up, and you could sell your account for like thousands of dollars.
What?
Yes.
Why would? But that's like him selling all-purpose champ. Why would he do that?
I'm just saying. Well, you already got your content.
That's for one game. There's so many games to come.
Bro, people were spending bread.
What I think what people do also with Fortnite, because it's you could just make a quick Epic account. I think what she's saying is, because here's what's cool. You could take your Epic account and play it on PlayStation, right? But you could take your Epic account and play it on Xbox, and all your stuff transfers. So like where you're thinking, Josh, is hold up, my all-purpose champ, like, yo, why would do that? What people are doing, what she's saying, they'll create a brand new account that they don't care about, do all this work, and then sell the account. So then it's not really tied to, it's like me having all-purpose champ, but I call it team leader 1. And I do all this work, and I'll sell you my team leader 1, and you could just change the name.
Right. Same thing with, buying and selling IG accounts. I get the concept.
Yeah.
And it comes with all the skins, and people are paying like top dollar.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And then you know what they're going to do? I'm going to make a prediction. Just like Fortnite had the Fortnite Super Bowl thing, or whatever they want to call it, where they were in the city and all these people came and they played for $1 million. They're going to do the same thing. They're literally going to take that formula,
nothing,
duplicate it, and then make it better because it's actually licensed characters.
Yep.
Like the John Wick, even the John Wick character, there was like a bootleg John Wick.
And then they had a real one.
And then they got the licensing for the Keanu Reeves one.
Right. Well, do you see what they're doing right now? So when Avengers game came out, when you unlock certain stuff, it ties to Fortnite. And you could use stuff in Fortnite because of the Avengers game. So now the new season in Fortnite is all Avengers. So they're actually putting the characters in. So before you got like a skin, right? And it was really your character. The whole story is that Thor got sent to the regular world in a whole new universe, and he's in Fortnite world. So he brought Dr. Doom with him. He brought Iron Man. He brought a whole bunch of characters to the Fortnite universe, and they're going up against Galactus in Fortnite. So that's what's going on right now in Fortnite.
See, and I didn't even know that. It just makes marketing wise.
Yeah, you're on point.
It's about to be lit. Maybe I don't know. I'm not good with the controller. I suck.
I'll say this right now. I'll never play Fortnite. So
yeah, I'm not a fan, but I do give them. It's like my friend and I, Jose, the other guy that plays with me and Just Joe. we always argue because he likes Fortnite. I'm like, bro, you're a grown man playing Fortnite. Don't talk, because they always say you're not a real gamer. I'm like, bro, you play Fortnite. Fortnite's for children's. But I always give Fortnite credit. Like, every company should be modeling after Fortnite because they keep the game fresh. It never gets stale because 3 months later they're switching it up. They're adding stuff. They'll have like they had in one season they had a comet coming to the planet, right? So the whole season, every day you played, the comet got closer. And by the end of those 3 months, it hit the planet. And then when the new season started, the places you used to go to was a big crater. It was gone. They it changed the whole map that you was used to. Like
it's
every
comic book. It's actually like a action comic book that you're playing through the comic. You don't know what's coming up. And it's cool because when the season starts, they have these like season drop parties, whatever you want to call them.
Right.
And like there's like a little mini video that shows you what's happening.
Yeah.
And it's pretty.
Yeah,
it's a live comic book. It's about
even think about it. They got Marshmello. Right? I'm not a fan of his music, but they got Marshmello to do a live concert in Fortnite. So you was able to run up to the stage and be by him, and it was him rapping and singing in the game. It was like a virtual him in the game. And the way they made it, the effects switched, and you was underwater, then you was in the sky. It was one of the coolest things I've ever seen. They had this one thing where everybody who was playing watched this giant robot fight this giant like gorilla. Like it was massive, and you're flying in the air watching it. It was like one of the most awesome things I've seen in video games. And Fortnite, that's the stuff they're doing. Nobody's doing that.
Scott did that too, right?
I wasn't.
Travis Scott was on Fortnite. Aubrey was on Fortnite.
Yes, Travis Scott was on Fortnite. Yeah.
He played Fortnite. And then, so the Avengers is going to be like team play. Like,
not as many as Fortnite, because Fortnite could have like 100 people on screen at one time. So the Avengers is 4 players.
It'll probably get to the Fortnite level eventually.
Well, so that's hard because Fortnite is a battle royale game, so that's all about when you die, you're out, and the next person jump in. So Fortnite, like you could play for 5 seconds, die, and then start a new game. So like people, they got their itching to play. Avengers more story, more it's more
like what's his name, like Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah, it's kind of more like that. Yeah, so
GTA was lit.
Yeah, I always say this. Whenever they come out with a game, if anytime they have a game that's similar, like it's to like a Grand Theft Auto, I feel like they got a lot of room to make it a hit. And that's what Avengers to me, like you're running around, you can see your character. Like a first person is cool, but like my wife, she likes games where you could see your character. So if you could only see your hands, like GoldenEye, 006, then she's not into that, right? Because when you turn left and right, you get dizzy, for certain people, right? But like the way Avengers is, you can see. Yeah.
I got scared one time. I was playing zombies. I played zombies before. What's that?
Call of Duty Zombies, right?
Zombies.
Yeah.
It's first person or whatever. Yep. Thing jumped out. I was like, ah!
Yeah. And Josh, that's how that scary game is. The Get Hello Neighbors, the one I did on their channel. You don't see yourself. So when he jumps out, you turn, you're like, oh, because you're only seeing your eye, your point of view. Yeah,
both of y'all jumping.
I am, man.
Yo, it's about to be. So basically, what I'm hearing you say is that this game is going to be epic because it's merging Fortnite with GTA with characters.
It's like all the best parts of video games into one game, and you got Marvel characters. Like really, like first of all, you never seen characters flying in multiplayer besides the game Anthem. So when Anthem came out a year ago, almost 2 years ago, it was like, whoa, we're flying as if when I used to play Anthem, I would try to make my character look like Iron Man, right? It was like, oh, but now you are Iron Man. Like, come on. Like Josh, I know Josh, you're gonna be using Thor. Dude, when he go to fly, he swing the hammer around and go like that. I'm like, I mean, they really took everything and put in this game. Like it feels so authentic.
Absolutely, I definitely can't wait to be Odin's son.
Yeah,
wait,
man.
Are the Guardians of the Galaxy going to be in it?
So here's the cool thing: they were given the rights by Marvel to use anything in all 80 years of Marvel history. So they could add any character ever. They actually show how they took comic books and decided, oh, issue number 145 of Iron Man, we're going to use that outfit and put in the game. Like, so they could do anything.
So Rocket's gonna be in it. Oh, I want to be Groot.
You know what? They actually might try to make a similar format to Fortnite that you guys are talking about, because if they have all those years of comic books, they can go through different periods, once a year, because the annual release is usually the anticipated thing.
Yeah. Well, I think because they partnered with Fortnite and they actually put the Marvel characters in the game, what's currently going on right now, I feel like that's their way of doing that,
That's true.
And then the skins are going to be the different costumes for the different.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Listen, I'm a Hulk fan, and I already seen they showed you guys have the World War Hulk outfit. Like, if that's $4.99, I'm paying $4.99. I'm just saying, like, you already got my money.
No, it's gonna be $29.99.
All right, that's a stretch. I don't know. But they have like an outfit pack, right? Like, let's say this, Josh. They have like an outfit pack for like $19.99. You get like 5 outfits.
They have that now. They have the deluxe edition, and then the Earth's Mightiest Hero.
It's $200.
Yeah,
Chloe, the Earth's Mightiest. But it comes with little toy like figures too, and I think it comes with like a Thor hammer. But I bought the deluxe edition.
$200 for a game?
Yes,
because of the extras. Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah.
The whole PlayStation.
Which one?
The old one.
Nah, it was never a PlayStation.
$200.
It was never a PlayStation for $200.
$80.
More than that. No, PlayStation was always more than that.
$200. So it had
PlayStation 3 cost $600 when that came out. That was the most expensive PlayStation.
It cost $600.
The PlayStation 3 was $600. You know how I remember? Craziest story. My ex-wife, when I met her, I knew her we was dating for about 1 month, and she bought me, I always tell the story, she bought me the PlayStation 3 for Christmas.
Yeesh.
And so all my boys was like, what? She bought me 2 games and 2 controllers. So she spent close to a G on me, and we was only dating for a month.
MVP.
I mean, she had a lot of money. But the stuff she had to do to get it, like her brother had got one offline and he was going to sell it. And so she had bought it off him and didn't tell him it was for me, because he would have been mad.
Oh.
She was like, oh, I know somebody that will buy it. I'm going to sell it to one of my friends, but gave it to me as a Christmas gift. So
lucky you.
I still have it too.
You got the controllers too? Them controllers be dying.
They do too. All my PlayStation 4 controllers right now, every one of them have something different that's wrong with them. It's crazy. But I have them forever though. I mean, they last for a long time, but
I mean, you're getting a lot of wear and tear out of those controllers though, Tony Stark Jr.
Yeah. We do. There'll be a lot of times that all of us playing games. So yeah. Not just me.
On the button jamming.
But it is crazy though when I'm trying to play a game and I gotta grab a certain one because this one's dead because it don't charge, and this one you can't press left on the D-pad, so I don't play it with that game. And this one, if you move forward, your character gets stuck, so I only use it for fighting games. And it's
because I guess I premeditated. I have a different controller per game.
Gotcha. So yours lasts way longer.
Yeah, it'll definitely last longer.
Yeah.
Yo.
Now, Josh, are you gonna have a different? Josh, you're gonna have a different controller for each character you play in the Avengers?
You got 100 controllers, John.
Nah.
How many you got?
I have one for FIFA. That's the Magma Red, same color as Tony's chair, because my team is Manchester United. Then I have the green camo one for whenever I play, like fighter games. So like Arkham Knight. Probably gonna use it for Spider-Man. Actually, I might use the red one for Spider-Man just because you never know.
Yeah, makes sense. What are your thoughts? I don't know if this isn't on topic, but what are your thoughts? Did you seen the trailer for the new Batman game coming out?
I did, and because it's hard because I still haven't finished Arkham Knight.
Okay. But
I know that Batman dies, right?
Oh, I apologize because you did mention this in last Mental Theater. I wasn't on it, but I watched it. So
right. I mean, there's no worries. It's just that, I would rather play with Batman as opposed to, Nightwing and Robin and Batgirl and Red Hood. I mean, like, I'm good off that. I'd rather be Bruce Wayne personally.
I feel you.
But again, a lot of people are excited about it. It might inspire me to get into that, but I have to be Arkham Knight first. So maybe after being Arkham Knight, I'll be hyped up and get it. So that'll be cool too.
Right. And you do like reviews too. So by then you would have heard a lot of feedback, you know.
Absolutely. Still got to get a Battlefront. I definitely want to get all the Uncharted games as well because I never got.
Got to.
Yeah.
I mean, what's cool is I feel like your personality, you will love it because it's like playing a movie. You know, you love movies. It's literally like playing a epic movie. I mean, great writing. You know, Naughty Dog's like Sony premier studio.
Right. Absolutely.
Like just a bit that you see when me and Sandy's playing The Last of Us, like you could tell like their writing is epic, man.
Yeah, it's definitely top notch, top quality.
Top quality, yeah. Which is cool because on the Avengers game, as I've been playing, I literally been saying the story mode reminds me of like a Uncharted. Like it's like as they made two games. They must have had two teams. Said, listen, you guys are going to directly develop the single player, and you guys are going to directly develop the multiplayer. Because when you're playing it, it's certain stuff. Like my son got mad. He was like, "So you can't play with people in the story mode?" I was like, "No, it's one player only until you get the parts that open up." It's like, why? I was like, trust me, there's stuff that happen. You can't play with other people because it's like Uncharted, where the big epic thing happens, and it's like, whoa, like a bunch of people couldn't be able to play that at one time. You know, it's meant for a single player experience, and its story is really good. You know, you think about it, like the Avengers being framed. It's pretty cool.
Absolutely. I definitely love the solo games like Assassin's Creed. I love things like that.
God of War.
Yes.
So is it like that where like in God of War there's like a story and then it automatically merges and then you take over?
Yes, exactly like that. And mind you, but you're playing through the Marvel characters.
Right.
Like, yeah.
Definitely on board with that. And I guess the final order of business, this is a brief story about Robert Pattinson contracting COVID. So now they have to stop production of the Batman film.
Yeah. I mean, it sucks, but I feel like it's so understanding now. Like, it's not that big of a news story for me because I feel like every day you walk outside your house, you could potentially get COVID. Let's just be clear. Whether you touch something, because we know it lasts on metal and surfaces for so long. Well, I mean, all you have to do is touch something and then go like this, you know? Like, and how often do we go like that? You know, like you're rubbing your beard. You know what I'm saying? I'm surprised Chloe's sitting next to you. She, you know, but nah, and especially because she goes to the malls all the time.
Yeah, right. If I would get it, probably be from her.
No.
Exactly. You already know.
I don't go nowhere.
Yeah, right.
See?
I don't believe that.
I don't know. You was in a hotel a couple weeks ago, so you definitely had to leave your house.
What'd you say?
I said, he said he doesn't go nowhere. I said, hold up. You was in a hotel a couple weeks ago, so you definitely had to leave your house.
It was an Airbnb. Thank you very much.
Okay, well, either way, it wasn't your house. So don't say you don't go nowhere.
I'm saying I don't be out and about like someone else who's
like somebody you know. I got you.
Who's an extrovert.
You be in the office building all day.
I stay in my office. That's it.
Breathing like I need help.
Nope. We have social distancing. We actually have the sneeze guards as well.
Oh, really? Yeah. Fancy. Well, you know. Oh, wait. Let's talk about your movie experience. Let's get your perspective.
Oh, yeah, because we got mics. We got to hear yours.
All right. Wait. You know what's cool is before I got on here, Mike and I just filmed we actually did a spoiler discussion for the New Mutants, and then we did the Big Mike Little Ant episode 14. And we brought you up a couple times, Chloe. Yeah, like I bring you up a lot because you and Mike, like Mike spraying everything down, and you mentioned it on the show. So I was saying that you know, why the government didn't, or CDC didn't say from the beginning, everyone is mandatory to walk around with a little pocket spray, and like every time you say, "Hey, what's up, man?" then you easily just go. Like, why is that not like mandatory, right? Because I've seen like that would make so much sense. You go to the store, and once you walk out, So before you even get in your car, you know what I'm saying? Like that would just make sense. But anyway, yeah, my movie experience was pretty good. It's so dead in there, Chloe. You got nothing to worry about. The only thing you got to worry about is feeling like you're in a big building and maybe the air might get to you. But other than that, it's so dead. Like like I said before, if you go to Walmart, you could go to the movies. Like literally, you walk in, you stand just 6 feet behind somebody. They get their snacks or their tickets, whatever, and you walk up, you get your snacks or your tickets. You walk to the person. They scan your phone so they don't touch you.
You got snacks?
Yeah, they got the pretzels.
Yeah.
Wait, you got snacks at the movie theater?
I did, yeah. Now, listen, my wife and I, yes, we love our snacks.
You gotta watch the video, Chloe.
Yeah.
Well, I only saw the video that mattered.
But you gotta watch the video. Did you see Mike in the theater? I recorded him spraying the seat down.
I have to see that part.
You have to see that. Yeah, in the very beginning, he's spraying the seat down in the theater.
Oh snap! Okay,
Yeah.
I didn't mean to cut you off, but you were saying so. You got your
So you figure then you go to the person, they scan your phone, you walk in, you go sit down in your seat. I mean, the 2 times I went to the movies, well, I went in Pennsylvania those 2 times. There's nobody ever sat near me, right? There's barely anybody in there. So this is like the perfect time to go. I don't know if it's going to catch. I'm assuming with time, more people are going to say, okay, let's go to the theater, especially with bigger movies coming out.
Mm-hmm.
Like Black Widow might be one where there's probably going to be a lot of people. I would assume.
Okay, so if it's empty, I might be open.
It's empty now. I'm telling you. If there was a movie you wanted to see, of course, there's like nothing to see right now. But if there was a movie you want to see, like now is the time to go. There's like nobody in there. Like you got like a whole row with just you.
Really?
Yeah, really. Yeah.
Okay, that makes me feel a little better.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
You kept your mask on though? Well, no, obviously not.
Yeah, I was eating. Yeah, I didn't have my mask on. Yeah. Gotta get them snacks, Chloe.
And then Chloe also requested that we also play another clip that had happened at the movies, or I guess when you guys were out.
And we want your.
I hope she sees it. God. It's a double jump, yeah. She asked about the rules. No. She said, "Can I do it again?"
You was like, "Yo, you don't see it? Oh, Sandy, well, you still gotta move." I'm like,
"Make your move, bro." This guy's always crying, bro. She asked about the rules, bro. Oh man.
Can she play on her own or what?
You know, honey, I wanted to.
You made a wrong move because you was talking.
Here's the thing. All right. I watched you guys play this video, and as I sat there and watched it, because you guys played it on Food for the Culture, and I told myself, first of all, the video is doctored. Let's just be clear, right? So first of all, and I appreciate it, Chloe. You was trying to take up for me, so I watched the video. You was trying to take up for me. This is what Josh and Mike do. They make sure they put these stuff out when I'm never on. They always put these doctored videos and stuff when I'm never on to defend myself. So Mike and I actually talked about it on our show. It'll be coming out soon. And what Mike does is he cut out. You hear me say earlier. You hear the words earlier come out of my mouth, meaning something else had to have happened, right? So earlier, what happened was Sandy was going to go, and Mike was like, whoa, you're not even paying attention to what you're doing. And she was like, oh. So she stopped and didn't do what she was going to do. And therefore, I was going to jump her, but he literally was, that's like you and me playing, or it's a UFC fight, right? And you got your corner man, and I got my corner man, or I don't have a corner man. You got your person like, hit him with the low, hit him with that. That's more experience, right? So now you're going to do what your corner man tell you, and I don't. So that's what Mike don't tell you with that doctor video. Anyway, that's why I was complaining, because I felt like I'm not a sore loser, but I don't play to lose. I still want to win. But if we fair and you beat me, then cool. But if you're cheating, meaning having somebody trying to tell you, watch out, don't do that. Oh, hold on. Then I didn't even get to play you one-on-one. That's not fair.
Well, I have some constructive criticism. Are you open?
Yes.
Okay. So first off, just keep your eyes on the board. That's all you gotta do. But you could have won.
No, but what I'm saying is, either way, she still had Mike. Mike was trying to tell her what to do and tell her not to do stuff, so I couldn't jump her. He didn't show that part. But you hear in the video me saying earlier, you told her. So he helped her start off on a good foot, is what I'm saying. Like, I could have been ahead of the game earlier, but he was telling her, don't do this, don't do that. Like, if we're playing based off of skill, right? So she's not that skillful, or I'm not that skillful. We could have been even, but you got somebody who's the chess master only telling one person what to do. Like, come on. Why are you laughing?
You're so mean. Oh my gosh.
Were you big bad or little bad? Next time you gotta bring somebody for your corner. Or he gotta be on mute.
Listen, what she didn't tell you is we went and played Connect 4 and I beat her after that.
Oh,
Mike wasn't around. So.
Oh, see, there's the context.
I'm telling you, he didn't record that.
Well, good effort. A for effort.
Whatever. This slandering my name. And Josh, you're a part of this.
I'm not sure how, but okay.
Well, he did give you an opportunity to voice your opinion.
That is true. All I'm gonna say, Chloe, I appreciate it. When I was watching the show, you was like, hold on, wait a minute. So you at least was trying to, help me out. As Josh was like, no, I mean, technically.
Well, that was based upon the information that Miguel gave, which was in all the information, right?
Correct. Because you clearly hear me say earlier, and you didn't see an earlier part in the video. So that's context clues right there. That something else had transpired. That was
right. And the way that Miguel told the story is that he was like, oh, it's just like playing Uno and someone who doesn't know the rules.
Right.
But that clearly wasn't the case, was it?
No, not at all.
Maybe y'all should just have a rematch.
Can I commentate?
Well, you do go to the mall a lot, so yeah.
Yo, for real. I love the mall.
I love the mall too. So. Josh, we gotta get you going to the mall.
The malls will be obsolete in 5 years. I'm good with Amazon.
That's why we gotta go now.
Maybe. Were you into the malls before the pandemic?
No.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, I've always been a mall rat. Like, I'm the guy that if I go to a city that I've never been to, I just want to go see what their mall looks like. That's just a thing. I want to walk their whole mall.
I agree.
Yeah.
That's a great strategy in life.
No, it is. It's like, because think about it, you got so many stores in one place, it's something to do, right? Mm-hmm. So it's like when you want to kill time, like when we and Sandy went on I think when we went for her birthday. No, not her birthday. Well, her birthday, we went to the strip mall. It's like something to do. You got so many things, food, clothes, you name it in one area,
Boutiques that are only in that one spot that you can find unique items.
And I think both of you guys hit it on the head there. To kill time, as in you have time to waste, which I do not.
Well, if you're in the middle of in between things.
Nah.
Right.
No.
Josh, you everybody got some time to waste. Come on, man.
And if I do,
it's not wasting. Let's change that vernacular.
Okay, got you.
Time to spend doing activities.
Right. So I'm allocating those time for activities to do other activities. Is that simple, right?
True.
Even malls are air conditioned.
Again, it's the mall.
Josh wouldn't know.
He's like air conditioning.
I've been to the mall before.
Okay, I didn't,
I used to frequent Quaker Bridge in Oxford Valley and the Chamonix back in the day.
Okay, got you.
Went to the malls in Miami and Atlanta, Orlando, Los Angeles, Philly, Boston.
Now you used to live in Miami. You went to school, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you've been to the Dolphin Mall before?
Dolphin Mall? I have.
There's a mall called the Dolphin Mall.
Yeah, it's really cool. No, I don't have dolphins in it, but that was the first time I ever been to a Cine Bistro. with the movie theaters where they got like the food they bring to you and all that. You order and they bring it to you, and the food was like, yeah, me and Sandy was out there. We went to the Cine Bistro. It was really cool.
Well, don't laugh at the dolphin at the mall question, because at Woodbridge Mall, there's actually an aquarium.
Really?
Quest. You should take.
Does it have a dolphin in there?
It has sharks.
Hold on. Woodbridge, as in North Jersey?
Yeah, Woodbridge Mall.
I used to go to Woodbridge Mall.
Yeah, they built Sequest. I want to say it was built by the end of the last summer.
Oh, I gotta check that out. Yeah, so I won't get some,
but I'm gonna take my goddaughter.
Oh, I'll drive it. I was familiar with that because I used to talk to a young lady that lived out that way years ago, and I would drive there and park my car, and then she would pick me up, and I left my car in Woodbridge Mall parking lot for the weekend as we hung out and did various things.
Yeah, Woodbridge Mall is it's cool, but now they're using mall space, and like you said, I think they are going to transition from having. Oh, this is a little bit off topic, but it's interesting news. So Amazon is actually acquiring Sears
Oh, wow.
for their distribution centers at mall. They're doing licensing. I think it's Sears.
It should be. Sears went out of business. So yeah, you're probably right.
The Sears and Lord & Taylor is going out of business, which I'm sad about. But Amazon's definitely acquiring space at these different malls, so that malls may not go out of business. And another thing they're doing is they're putting activities in them. So just like Sequest, like the escape games, they're using the real estate in the mall space to do stuff like that. So
that makes sense.
It's interesting to see what's going to happen in the future for these malls.
It's hard for me to picture malls going out forever. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like a lot of people like to go to malls.
Mm-hmm. But honestly, for brick and mortar, for stores, it's not smart. It's not.
Like you always want to try clothes on, though. You know what I'm saying? Like ordering clothing.
He gets me.
Yeah, ordering clothing through the mail is not cool.
Unless you know what you're doing.
Nah, because you
not really, because different companies make different sizes, right? So like you might have an 8 in this company and an 8 in that company. They made it shorter, they made it bigger, you know?
Well, that's completely fair. I guess for the clothes that I buy, that's never been the case for me personally.
And
I mean, you're so here's the thing. You're a real tall guy. So I guess the bigger you go, right? Like you're real tall. So I would assume that maybe, especially you don't want clothes all tight. It's not like you're wearing skinny jeans or nothing. So probably your clothing choice and your height probably makes it a little more easier because yeah, I would say that because I'm really short, right? So for me, it's like some companies I want a small and a small is like a large. I'm like, yo, man. But for you, they probably get it more right than
that makes sense. And as you can see, Claudiz is very short as well. So she has to do the same thing. I completely understand.
I'm actually tall for a
woman. But for women might be different though. But I know they mess up sizes for women too. But I think okay.
I said women are curvy. We have different shapes.
Yeah.
Depending on the fabric and the stretch and it's different. But I found the article. So it says that Simon Mall specifically, they're in talks with Amazon, and it says many retailers denounced the mall industry. They're going to acquire, or they're looking into acquiring JCPenney's and Sears, and they're going to drop one of those bombs. They're going to turn them into fulfillment centers for Amazon, which for Josh would be dope since he's going to be an Amazon shopper for life. And it'll get to you quicker. So now what I'm thinking is if they turn each mall, because New Jersey, there's like 3 malls within 20-mile radius, at least minimum in most cities, right? So imagine if each mall had 2, because most of these malls have JCPenney's and Sears, 2 Amazon fulfillment centers per mall. You're going to be able to order something from Amazon and have it shipped within the hour.
Right. I agree.
That's like a huge move for them. And then the malls are not going to be shut down because Amazon's going to pay the rent. And it's going to be lit. I'm excited.
Amazon's going to buy the malls. No one's going to know about it, and they're going to be paying Amazon rent.
That's true.
I can see that happen, yeah.
So, brick and mortar is not going anywhere if Amazon wants to be their savior.
Yeah. Man, Amazon is such a huge company now. It's crazy. I said it myself. The two companies that benefited tremendously from this whole pandemic is Amazon and Walmart.
And FedEx too.
And FedEx. Yeah.
UPS.
And UPS.
Oh, all the supermarkets, like Stop and Shop with and Uber Eats, all the delivery services. Grubhub. I mean, they say that in a recession, there's recession-proof businesses, and there's actually businesses. And I was talking about this with you earlier. Like, imagine all the companies that have the tent rentals.
Oh wow!
Like, bro, like, can you imagine how much money?
Listen, let's be honest. The undisputed champ, all right, of COVID has to be Zoom. I didn't know what a Zoom was. I think I first heard of Zoom right before COVID happened because I was trying to get into the whole podcast thing and figure out what could we use, right? And Zoom is like Zoom paved the way for even StreamYards, like stuff that was around but nobody really messed with. Because I remember in the beginning, Josh, when we were talking about you guys talking about like doing something on camera, and Mike was like, no, I need to be in front of somebody. Even me and Mike, we was like, yo, I was like, Mike, we got to find a way that we can be on camera together. He's like, no, I only want to see you in person. It's a different energy. We're so accustomed to this. How are we not giving the same energy? Like we're just.
But you know who else is winning? Google, because Google now has their own video chat service. So Zoom may eventually be,
That's true, yeah. And not for nothing, that's been there for a while, just nobody really used it. So Zoom made them be like, oh, like they just added an update for it to make it better.
And they integrated another fun fact. They integrated the Google video chat into Google Classroom, which is what most schools are using.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
I know for a fact the school I used to work for, the first day of school, Zoom actually went down. So now they're probably going to be looking at Google Classroom and then just having the integrated feature. So I don't know how much longevity Zoom is going to have unless they like get some proprietary thing going on. Right. But Google is going to steal it.
Yeah, not for nothing. So I wanted to do the podcast for my channel, and the whole thing, Josh, as you know, with Zoom, if you're not paying, you only get 40 minutes if you have more than 2 people. So, that even messed Mike up. Mike was doing his podcast, The Half Court Trap, and it got cut off on him. And since I'm editing it, I'm like, dang, man, I got a lot of work now because when they came back, the guys moved all around and not like this. See how this keeps our names on the screen? Well, Zoom doesn't. So I had to like virtually put their names on the screen and then virtually move them when they moved. And, so I'm curious if it costs money with
But Google, I don't think so, and that's probably going to be their market advantage.
Right.
Google has enough resources and money to say we're not charging for this, and we'll just add services.
And link stuff in. Exactly. Like think about it, they have Stadia. You might go on there, and as you're waiting for your thing to come on and say, "Oh, click on Stadia to play games," or you could go to the classmates, or you could,
So that's my thoughts. And do you know? Well, Josh, you probably know. Do they own YouTube?
Who?
Google.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's.
Oh yeah, they own YouTube. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Here's what's super cool. So Josh would get this. So Josh, you know how I had to get a new laptop, right? Which I'm happy. I'm really happy. I had issues. They upgraded me. I literally got the best of the best in this laptop, right? But I got it because my old laptop that was only $379 was able to play Stadia. It just couldn't stream. So here's what's cool. The features coming down the pipe, but because Google owned YouTube, literally when you go to stream it, it's just going to be you. They automatically take the video that's being streamed to you and just put it on your channel. So you typically won't need hardware. Like I could be playing my game on my phone, which I do sometimes, which is cool on this 7.3-inch screen and a little tablet. But I could literally just hit the stream button and I could be playing my game and then they just stream it to YouTube for me because they own YouTube. So that's going to be amazing.
That's going to be great for getting less copyright strikes. That'll be cool.
Yeah. When you think about it. Yeah, I mean, you won't have to use hardware. You won't have to worry about, oh man, is my processor strong enough to take this video and put it somewhere else, you know?
So they might have a separate platform if they don't already, similar to how they have YouTube Music. They might have YouTube Gaming soon. Or like in this call it Stadia Gaming. You never know.
Right.
So good thing that you're getting in that quick and early before it becomes oversaturated, because that's what's happening with a lot of other platforms, even YouTube. So like what you should do is think about like focusing mostly on that Stadia thing, like literally all your resources and put it straight into Stadia, because you'll be one of the pioneers.
No, it's true. I mean, that's why the Avengers game, I'm telling you, I played Destiny and I watch guys who you never heard of start a Destiny channel and then they become famous and everybody's watching a channel. I played the Friday the 13th game and this guy he's the Friday the 13th guy. I played Anthem and he's that. So that's why I'm really trying to say when I hang up with you guys, I'm just going to really get into, you know, my Avengers channel, you know, because I put so much into it and I got such a good following from a short period of time. So it should only grow if I grow it though, you know? So that's the thing. I'm going to have to do the work, you know?
Yeah, I would definitely not even do anything else but that in your Sandy show.
I can't do that though. I do so much more.
Hear out the logic. I
get you, but I'm not going to do the adventures of Avery and G-Pop. I'm not going to do our crazy dog Josie. I'm not going to do the Hanging With series. I'm not going to, I can't not do all this stuff.
You ready for this gem?
Yes.
I'm only going to drop it if you want to listen.
I know what you're going to say, but go ahead. And you're right. You are right, but go ahead.
First, you put all your money into the cash machine. And then when you're ready, you can cash out. So you can do all of that, like keep recording and building content. But initially, if you know that the Stadia is going to be where you're going to get your fame and your clout, you need to put all your resources into that first. Because once you get your following, whatever the content you make is going to get a following. But if you're spreading yourself too thin and you're trying to do all these things at once, you're not going to put as much energy into what you need to do, because there's only a certain window of time and you're lucky that you're getting in there early so you can take advantage of it. Because if you miss the window of opportunity, look, the window of opportunity is closing.
No, listen, I understand what you're saying and I agree. I mean, when
my thought.
No, look, when I decided to take my YouTube channel serious, every video I seen said what you said. It said, listen, you make content and when you find out what is making it, then that's all you do. I just don't. Here's what I'm gonna do, Chloe. I decided that I realized my product review videos does amazingly well, right? Just the other day I got another company contacting me like, oh, could you put our video or a link on your thing, blah blah blah, right? But this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna keep doing it my way, but I'm gonna rebrand myself, right? So now whenever I'm saying my stuff, and now your mama knows, I'm saying the everything channel, right? So before, if you see me do a product review, you just thought, okay, this guy does product reviews. So now when you're trying to look me up, but I'm messing up the algorithm because I got a product review. I got an Avery and G-Pop video. I got a Crazy Dog Josie video. I got a Sandy Anthony video. I got a this, I got a that, and this and that. But what I'm gonna do is keep doing it my way, but make sure that every video from now on that channel says everything channel. So people know, oh, wait, this is an everything channel. So he does a bunch of things. So then one thing I know it's messing up my algorithm with YouTube, but when I finally crossed the threshold of 1,000 subscribers, YouTube take you more serious because now they can make money off you. You can monetize video. So now that I'm gonna have so much content, because I think what happens when people do everything channels, it takes forever because the algorithm, like it takes forever. But when I get across the finish line, then YouTube can be like, well, wait, he got this, he got that, he got this. So now they're gonna push my content more, in theory. But it's gonna take slower, yes. If I would have had I'm telling you, only product review video, I'll probably be big right now because people, for whatever reason, love my product reviews. But I don't want to limit myself to that.
So,
and I could do what Josh do. Josh do got like a bunch of channels, but I'm afraid because I feel like, man, I'm scared to like at this point because I'm almost at 600 subscribers now. So it is steadily going. Every month I'm getting 20, 30, whatever, right? But I don't know. I'm gonna do it my way. I'm gonna ride it out to 1,000 subscribers and see what happens.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I like your ideas. I think that's very thought out. Nice job. One thing I do want to remind you of is the window of opportunity
It's closing.
is
No, but listen.
So wait, let me one more thing. One more thought. And for everything that's being done, there's an actual formula that you can use. So you don't have to do the research because it's done for you. So like, yeah, I get your reasoning. It makes sense. It's logical. And I get exactly what you're saying.
Right.
And in addition to that, there's a formula. So like do the formula, get your subscribers quicker because the window of opportunity is closing. And then you can do what you want to do.
I just feel like it's too late for me. I feel like it's too late for me. I've been doing my channel for so long that I'm too way deep in that for me to just stop doing all my, like, people watch Sandy and Anthony, like, for me to just stop and only do product reviews. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing, but I have slowed down on videos. But I remember the Avengers channel is what you're saying. It is its own channel. It's only Avengers. It's only Stadia. So yes, I will still be doing that. I just need to do it more. I need to turn it up and start doing it way more.
Exactly what I'm saying. Turn it up, turn it all the way up, and focus like 1,000% of your energy in that, and you're gonna be successful at it. Because you're early, you beating the curve right now. Like you ahead of the game. Because what's gonna happen is once the game starts taking off and people start going on there and wanting to look at reviews, you're gonna be up there first. So your job should be like right now, your mindset should be like straight up. I'm busting out as much content as possible. I'm putting every possible tag because when this hits and people start buying this product, they're gonna look to see for gameplay because that's what they're gonna see. Like, and then you can even do like, well, I don't know what gamers look at, but you should definitely like focus a lot of your energy on that. Like take a whole 2 weeks straight, put everything else on pause and play the game, record everything that you need to, make every single review you can make so that you have content so that when you're ready to push it, and it's there for people to look for.
Right.
You have to do it with the cowboy hat on, like, oh, that's the guy who wants to tell me about the Avengers.
No, that's true. Yeah. Well, I mean, and also now that I'm collaborate, as Josh said, good word, with Stadia Source, I mean, you know, so that's pretty good too.
I mean, because they have their platform and now they have 1,000 subscribers.
Right.
Number one, and just to add on to Chloe's brilliant point, is the fact your competitive advantage is that you are incredibly passionate and it's incredibly authentic about Stadia, and you talk about it every time you stream. So you're essentially going to be a real-time ad for Stadia. So once the folks at Stadia see this, then Stadia is going to be emailing you like, hey, all-purpose champ, what's good?
Yeah, that is a good point, man. I love it.
You
know, guys, you guys need a advice show, you know? Just JW and Chloe Diz advice show.
Yeah, there's a couple shows coming down the pipeline. This Chloe has to be less shy, which is adorable.
You know, it's crazy when she starts talking, she's like all into it.
Hey, this is what I say, but it's not up to me. It's up to Chloe.
Fair enough. It's a woman's world, right, Josh? We just live in it.
And on that note, that'll be a great segue to end Mental Theater. Thank you guys for joining us. It has been an awesome pleasure. Shout out to Big Mike. Hope you had fun at the barbecue. And we'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
You know what I've come for. The map to Skywalker.